Hello everyone, and welcome to my Penguin deck profile for February of 2024. This is probably my favorite box that I've done. I'm really happy with the little feet and the flippers. I've been playing Penguins for quite a while actually, before we even got the quote-unquote newer support, like Squire and Ninja and Brave as well. But yeah, let's just hop right into it. I start off by playing 3 Emperor, 3 Great Emperor Penguin. This card is great. He's level 5, so you can't just normal summon him for free. But we got a Royal Penguin's Garden now, which allows you to reduce the level of a penguin in your hand, which is for Emperor Penguin. But Emperor's Penguin effect is amazing. He can tribute himself to summon 2 penguins from the deck, any penguins at all. So what I like to do is Note Penguin and Glacial Beast, Polar Penguin. So I'll get into their effects later, but essentially any penguin's effect that would bounce something back to the hand is banished instead. So, and this one bounces a card or sends something to the hand whenever it's special summoned. So you special summon and then him, and then it's an immediate banishment, basically. And it's a perfect level 6 to get in your Penguin Brave as well. So great combo with that. Plus you get your no penguin in the graveyard and blah 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 blah. I play the 3 Penguin Squire as well. He's really good. He's a free special summon whenever you set another penguin. So when you set a penguin, he can special summon himself, and then you can also target a face-down defense position monster and change it to face-up defense. Yeah, and also he can manipulate his level. He can keep himself at a 5, or he can reduce his level by 1 or 2. So he can be a 3, a 4, or a 5 as a tuner. So amazing card. Then I play the 3 Nightmare Penguin. He's got a nice defense stat at the 1800. He also gives all your other penguins 200 attack. It's okay, but you play him just because he can bounce any card your opponent controls. Unlike the other 2 that have to be, like Penguin Soldier can only bounce monsters, and Penguin Ninja can only bounce spells and traps. So you only get 1 bounce with this, but it can be anything. So pretty good. Then we have the 3 Note Penguin. Note Penguin is, honestly, I would say the best card because it gives you so much free advantage. Yes, he makes all of your return to hand effects banishments instead, but also whenever a penguin monster activates his effect, he can special summon himself from the graveyard. I believe just once per turn, though. Yeah, you can only use his effect. Okay, just making sure. But yeah, every turn you can get him back during either player's turn, whichever. So free advantage every time. Plus 1600 attack stat is not awful. Honestly, I find that he's okay to leave on the field sometimes, especially for his beneficial like banishment effect, like I said. So Penguin Ninja. I'm thinking about bumping this down to 2. You definitely don't need 3, I don't think. I'm playing around with some ratios, but Penguin Ninja, I would probably say 2. Plus you can search out a lot of the penguins too, so like I said, this one returns spells and traps, 2 of them when it's flipped face up, but also it can reset your penguin monsters to face down defense position, including itself. So pretty solid effect. But I think 3 is too much because you really don't want to open with it usually. You want to bring it out with something like Emperor Penguin or Penguin Brave or Synchro or something like that. Then the man who started it all, of course, Penguin Soldier. Love this card. I even played it in Mermail Atlanteans for a long time until, it just wasn't super consistent. But now it's amazing in this deck. So he can return 2 monster cards on the field to the owner's hand, and especially like what you used to be able, or I guess you could still do it, is you know, you set something and people know that you're playing penguins, so they're not wanting to attack into it, so you just flip it face up during your turn and then send Penguin Soldier back to your hand and then one of their cards, and you can just reset Penguin Soldier again. Granted, we're a lot faster now, so it doesn't really apply anymore. You know, you'd rather just want to return your opponent's, 2 of your opponent's cards. Then we have the Polar Penguin. I know I'm just playing 3 ofs, but honestly, like I said, I'd probably bring him down, if anything. Yeah, when he's special summoned, he can return a card back to the hand, as most of the penguins do, on his summon not being flip face up, or a special summon specifically. He's your other tuner as well, and he's a level 3, so that's really important with these 2 to tune with. Well, I guess, no, not him, because he's also a tuner. So him and him and him and him. And I play the 1 puny penguin. This card is, it's very slow, which is why it's not amazing. I'd like to play it at 1. Essentially, you have to flip it face up and then it's sent to the graveyard. You can't just summon it and then synchro off with it or something like that with like this. I mean, I guess you could set special Squire from the hand, then flip him face up and then synchro away. You could do that, you know, then he's not stuck in your hand for a minute. But yeah, he has to be flip face up first. And he can just Monster Reborn one of your penguin monsters, basically. It's okay. And we'll get into the other monsters. I play a lot of monsters in this deck because a lot of them can special summon themselves pretty easily by like discarding another one, you know, stuff like that. So I play the 3 Deep Sea Diva. I love Diva in this deck, or the Guitar Gnards. This is your only target for this. So, plus another level 2 tuner, so you can tune him and Nightmare Penguin, you know, stuff like that, to get your level 6 out. But this is basically for your level 10 synchro play. That's all it's for. And I'll demonstrate that later. Ice Jade Tremora. I play the Ice Jade engine as well. That's Ice Jade Tremora and Ice Jade Ran. This one you can discard itself to special summon another water monster, so you can get out Great Emperor that way as well. And then tribute Emperor Penguin to get your other effects off. Ice Jade Ran discards another water monster to special summon itself in a token, and that's a free level 10 synchro without using your normal summon. So, amazing card. I know this card's kind of expensive, but if you're a water deck player, this is probably the single best card that you can invest in. You know, if like you're really like gung-ho about building water decks and stuff, this is the best card. It is such a free, even a Link 2, honestly, if you wanted to. You can do that with it as well. But mostly the level 10 synchros are probably your better play. Yeah, that does it for the monsters. Get right into the spells. I play a lot of monsters, mostly because, like I said, you can special summon a lot of them, and you're really not ever left with a bunch of them in your hand. Royal Penguin's Garden. This is our new card, our new spell card. I don't know why they didn't make it a field spell. They probably should have. You know, like once per turn you can search a penguin or something like that. But on its activation, you can search a penguin. And then also, the other effect is you can decrease the level of a penguin monster every single time. It is going to be this card. Because you want to normal summon them out for free. Well, without tributing, I mean. But you do have to discard for it. Your discard target is always going to be Note Penguin. So what you can do is, if you have, depends on what you have in your hand currently. Let's say you have Great Emperor Penguin already in your hand, and you have Penguin's Garden. You can search out Note Penguin and discard him to normal summon him without tributing. Then when he activates his effect, Note Penguin comes back, and then he brings out your other synchros. So you're kind of left with this, and then any of the other ninjas. I mean, that's a level 8 right there, if you wanted to. And then also banishment on the summon of this, because no penguin's already out. So And then you can do it the other way around as well with this. If you have Nope Penguin already in your hand, then you can search out this, add this, then same thing, pitch. So, pretty cool card. I play one Penguin Sword. I'm playing around with it. It gives a Penguin monster 800 attack. Also, if your opponent card leaves the field by a Penguin card's effect, I don't believe they can negate the activated effects of a card that would be sent to the graveyard or banished or, something like that. That would go off afterwards. Foolish Burial Goods. That is for Ice Barrier. I'm thinking about taking down to the Penguins to add 2 more copies of Foolish Burial. So I think, like I said, maybe take out her or him or whichever. Take out one of this one and then maybe Nightmare, maybe, or one of the other Penguins. Honestly, it's dealer's choice, really, with that, to add 2 more copies of Foolish Burial. Because you need those level 5, Squire and Emperor, as fast as possible. So if you want to change it up, that's personally probably how I would do it. But we'll get right into the extra deck now. I play the 3 Synchro, Penguin Brave. Love this card. I can't wait till we get the other ones on here. I believe it's a Fighter Penguin and a little Mage Penguin. When he's summoned, he can special summon 1 Penguin monster from your deck in face down defense position. So any of your targets for that are probably going to be Ninja or Soldier, honestly, because you'll get 2 pops with these, or Nightmare as well. You can do that, but any of the defense or the flip effect ones. So yeah, you set one of them depending if your opponent is very spell heavy or monster heavy. But also, if your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, you can flip a defense position water monster you control. So quick effect, you don't have to wait for them to attack into it. He can flip it up. Then the Deep Sea Pre-Banana is for that Deep Sea Diva guitar combo. Wherever that is, Deep Sea Diva, guitar. So you would normal Diva, special guitar. Depending on how many water monsters, he banishes 4, or he banishes 1 card off the top of your opponent's deck for how many water monsters you control. So if this is later, you might have 5 or 6 water monsters, banish 5, pretty good. Then you can double the level of a face-up monster, so you can make him level 6 to make a level 8, or you can double her to make her a 4 to make a level 7. To make Pre-Banana or your other target Adamantipator. Pre-Banana, though, she can bring out another level 4 or lower. And she's a Synchro herself, so you can bring out a level 3, like Ninja or Nope, if you don't already have Nope, a Nope Penguin in circulation. So, and that makes a level 10, which I think you guys know what the level 10s are. Well, we have Croc as well. Croc is good. Ymir and Chang'ing. Again, same thing. If you have water decks, like, invest in these 2. Though I know they're not very expensive anymore. But Ran, the Ice Jade level 7 tuner. Ooh, I think at the time of recording this is like $8 or $9 a piece. So I know he's like 80 cents or whatever, but yeah, I would invest in getting these if you have water decks. Coral Anemone, play it 1. The Starboy, I play it 2. You can kind of switch these around if you want. I like boosting the attacks of the Penguins quite a bit. Plus, you can kind of swarm the field. And then for the off chance that this happens, I play the number 4 Stealth Kragan. I think your only level 4 is technically you can make him a 4. Then Nightmare Penguin. So a combo that you could do if you really wanted to is set Nightmare special, flip face up, get a bounce, and then reduce his level by 1, and that's your level 4 right there to make Stealth Kraken, if you wanted to. But as I always say, the extra deck is really, it's dealer's choice, honestly. Whatever you like. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of Croc. I might change him out for like Navy Mech or the Navy card. I can't think of the name of it. The other level 9 water synchro. Yeah, extra deck is preference. But anyways, that's about it, guys. Let me know what deck you guys want to see next, and like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. All right, thanks.